Hey y'all, it's your relationship coach, Jay Now. Welcome back to another episode of Response and React. Today we're talking about the one and only Megan Thee Stallion, yes, I am a fan, who's officially entered her hard-wig, soft life, wife energy era. She's courtside with Klay Thompson's mama, smiling, glowing, and showing us what a rebrand rooted in peace and power looks like. Love this for her. We're going to break down how this move says, I'm done proving and I'm ready for partnership. Remember to like, share, comment your thoughts below, and join my exclusive coffee community for more conversations on feminine energy, dating strategy, and self-alignment.
So Klay Thompson was at his press conference, and the reporter is going to ask him about his relationship with Meg Thee Stallion and how it's affecting, basketball and how it made him a better man during the off season. And he said, we not answering that. And you know what? I respect it. I do respect it because it's like, mind your business. Why do you need to know how my relationship is affecting me as a man? And what does that have to do with the basketball? I feel like sometimes if these people are not open with their relationship, if they're not telling us, what's happening, if they're not showing us a lot, it's for a reason. They're trying to protect it. Keep it sacred. I know that we don't know about that nowadays, but it's still out there. Let them have it, okay? Mind your business. Don't worry. He said, we fine over here. We fine.
Megan Thee Stallion made her first courtside appearance as an NBA girlfriend, cheering on her boyfriend Klay Thompson. The rapper was all smiles as she watched Thompson and the Dallas Mavericks take down the Los Angeles Lakers in their preseason finale.
Michael, you know these folks very well. Who are we looking at right now?
Klay's mother there in the beige coat, the beige and green, and Klay's girlfriend Megan the Philly.
Megan Thee Stallion.
No, a filly. Filly's a lady horse. Yeah, the Stallion's a male horse. So I call her Megan the Philly. But that's Klay's mother, Julie, and Megan. Look at their phone. They're supposed to be watching the game. There's Klay.
I need all Megan and Klay team to the conference room right now. We have here Megan Thee Stallion with Klay's mama. Are we excited? A round of applause. Full girlfriend mode. Do we love it? We love it. We adore it. My man, my man, my man, my man, my baby. My God, I didn't realize how much Klay looks like his mama. The genes are strong in this one. Someone says she looks like Olivia Benson. I can't unsee it now. Meg and Mama is full close center. Look at them. Look at it. Isn't this wonderful? I'm just loving every moment of this. Everything. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and take a break in 5. We'll be back to regroup. Yes, thank you.
So y'all know that Klay Thompson and Megan Thee Stallion are together, right? Like they confirmed their relationship in July of this year. So you know, right? So it's no surprise that she was, in attendance at the Lakers versus Mavericks preseason game in support for her, NBA superstar boyfriend. And she was also seated next to the mom. She's getting in there. But see, she debuted a new look that had the fans, the hotties, literally like, I don't know how much longer Meg is gonna be Megan Thee Stallion, if you catch my drift. When I show you the photos, you're gonna know what I'm talking about. I mean, the evidence is right there. It's right there. Now, a lot of the hotties, right? They were celebrating. They were like, yes, hard wig, soft life. I love that for my sis. I love that for her. And I love that for her too. But all I kept thinking about was how you hotties have approximately 30 minutes. You have 30 minutes left of her music career. That's not just any type of hard wig, baby. That's not just any type of hard wig. That is a layered, invisible L-part wig with curtain bangs. She's serious. She's serious. Our good sis is thinking about elevating tax brackets, okay? That music career thing, think Rihanna when she decided that she was going to be moving into the beauty industry. Think Serena Williams. You understand, when she was starting to move up in there. Think Eve, how you do that? That's the look right there. That's the look right. Hold on, I had another angle too. Bitch, when I saw this, oh, I said, Karen Huger, is that you? Is that Karen? No, bitch, that is Megan Thee Stallion. Megan Thee Stallion. I thought that was Karen Huger, okay? Hard wig. But it's not just any type of hard wig. I fear she is not going to be Megan Thee Poppin' It Stallion for that long. She's not. Girl, she looked like she fit in right next to the mama. She looked like she's getting a dose of that Serena Williams special. I don't know how I feel about that though. Because if she had the like Eve special, she'd still be black just with the more money. The Serena Williams special, I feel like they have the opposite effect. You know, the black girl effect is the opposite. And if she would have stayed with a black man, it would have been the Rihanna effect. But either way, what I'm trying to tell you is those women got up out of the original field that you knew them for once they started getting higher up there in the tax brackets. That's all I'm going to say. And let this be your first sign. Sis is about to leave that music career behind. If her and him last, mark my fucking words, Megan Thee Stallion is not going to be doing music for that much longer.
Now, my girl Megan Thee Stallion is really trying to make it work with Klay Thompson. She was sitting courtside with his mother last night while the Dallas Mavericks played against the Lakers in their preseason game. And now y'all know Megan don't never step out the house without her hair being laid. Now, if she's stepping up with this hard wig, that's how y'all know that she is trying to make it work for real over there. I saw this over on Twitter and somebody said that she had on an invisible... Somebody said she had on an invisible L-part wig. This is absolutely sending me because y'all know the saying, hard wig, soft life. Now, I want Megan and Klay to work out just as much as they want to work out for each other, because when I tell you they make such a perfect couple, they make such a perfect couple. And all I know is Miss Thee Stallion, when y'all do decide to tie the knot, just make sure I am there. Just make sure you have a selection of a few hotties there. Very, very, very select amount of us there. Because I will make sure that I will turn, the party up. Me and Meg together on the dance floor, please. That would be an unstoppable force.
And when it comes to that Megan Thee Stallion, she knew how to do her very well. Like, everything she went through is gonna be worth it. Mark my words. That's one person that's gonna have a Sierra prayer.
Did y'all see Megan at Klay's game last night for the Mavericks? Baby, sitting right next to Klay's mama. Did you see that? She looked good. Oh, she looked good. Makeup tea, hair tea, body tea. Ooh, they in it. Like, I think it's further along than they are presenting to the public, as they should. Like, keep all that private. I support you. But, I really hope they make it. Ooh, because he was hitting threes all night. Babe, I know that's right. You better show out in front of your girl. Show out in front of your girl and your mama. Like, this is about to be his best season. Y'all just wait. And I can't wait to see these fits from her. Ooh, like, I'm about to start going to Mavericks games just because of that. Just to see her. I don't really, we don't really care for the Mavs because of last year. But, baby, I'm going to go see Megan.
As far as I'm concerned, these two they have to be engaged or something. I've never seen this type of thing before, especially for Klay or for Megan. They have to be engaged. Just announced already, for goodness sake. Wow.
Let's jump into my favorite part of all of the content I post on YouTube, and that's just my thoughts, where I get to kind of express what I feel about whatever we have read or gone over. So let's get into it. All right, I had to make this because number one, I am a big fan of Megan Thee Stallion. I really love how she presents herself. I really love how strong she is when she has gone through adversity. I enjoy her positivity, and her body is tea. She encourages me and inspires me to go to the gym, and I do still wish I had knees like Meg. But anyway, I wanted to make this as a follow-up to the Meg Thee Stallion video I made a couple months ago, where a lot of men, i.e. specifically the rapper Slim Thug, were crashing out because she was with the NBA player Klay Thompson. Well, it seems several months later, we are now in a new season, and it seems that their relationship is still moving forward. And the first clip of the TikTok clips I include, I really like what was said and the way Klay handled that. When he was at a press conference after his game and he was asked about his relationship, he immediately put a boundary around it because it wasn't up for discussion. Because he's an NBA player, that is his job. That does not mean the public is entitled to know the intimate details of his relationship. I appreciate a person who can put those boundaries around it. And I think him being at such a high level of success and visibility, him being able to do that and be comfortable with that says a lot about his character. And I think everyone can learn from that, especially people who have any influence or public facing in any way. But even if you just have an office job or a 9 to 5, putting boundaries around your personal life in a very intentional way, you can be firm. You don't have to be disrespectful, but I really appreciate how he did that. And I think we can all learn lessons from it, especially when you grown, like we grown here. Like that's kid stuff. You don't need to be telling people all of your business. I think they show enough to keep it cute. Of course, we don't know all the intimate details, but I appreciate he did that. I think we all need to learn to do that if we're not already doing it. The second thing that, as you could tell from the title, little background on the title, hard-wig soft life was a trend going on TikTok earlier this year. And it was really about Black women who date predominantly or who have dated predominantly non-Black men or are married to, or even those who, when they get approached, women who date all different types of men, but get approached by non-Black men, it's usually when their wig is messed up. They got on their cheap wig, not their best, bust down or anything like that. And so that became a cute little trend, hard wig, soft life, because it's true. Men of other cultures, and I've experienced this, men of other cultures do not see Black women's hair and understand necessarily the time and the investment and the money that goes into the wigs, the weaves, the lashes, etc. And usually when those things need to be refreshed or redone or looking a little, ratty, or even are the cheaper wigs or weaves, or etc., that is often when Black women get approached by these white and non-Black men. It is funny. I have experienced this myself. It's anecdotal. I can't say it's scientific, but it is hilarious. So back to this. Recently, she was at one of Klay's games and she was sitting with his mom. And Klay Thompson is biracial. His father's Black and his mother's white. And because you've seen him grow out a fro, he has some curl pattern, a little kink to his hair, which is where his other part of his parentage is reflected most clearly. To look at him, you probably know he's not all white, but you wouldn't necessarily think he's biracial. He has a Black dad, but he does. And her sitting with his mom, to me, is such a visible symbol of quiet power. It's a soft girl power move. And her wig, her hard wig, soft life, because Meg has had some beautiful bust down wigs. And I do love that her wig looked a little bit hard. That's no shade, no tea. I still love Megan down. But that is hilarious because it kind of fell into the trend. But I wanted to make this as a bit of light and a positivity and say that I really love how that young woman has moved through so much of the things she's faced. And I want everyone who is observing and wishing her well to really take the lessons from it. Celebrity worship is not healthy. We know that. But to see celebrities moving in a certain way just because they are such public facing figures can be very insightful. And from Meg's current relationship with Klay Thompson, I want us, anyone who's listening to my videos, to take away the lessons of putting appropriate boundaries in place, like I said with Klay, but also being very intentional about how you all are out in public. To me, when they post stuff on social media, when they do things together, they're very intentional about it. I think it's best not to post much of anything on social media when you're in a relationship, but those are two superstars. Those are two public facing people. So it's a little harder for them. But what they do put out is very intentional, it's very curated, it's very positive, it's supportive. And not about being fake, but I think that says a lot about their level of awareness of who they are in their positions in the public eye and how they want to be perceived. I think it's very important. So for the everyday person like you and I think it's important to take away, make moves in silence. You can show some things publicly, but be very intentional about them, but also keep strict and very real boundaries in place and be comfortable when you don't want to answer a question about your relationship because it's really nobody's business, as long as no one's being harmed or, anything like that. And I think that right there, the way they are presenting shows a level of quiet luxury that we can all aspire to in our partnerships. We may not have their money and their net worth, and that's not what this is about. It's about being grown and moving like a grown person in your relationships, especially in this day and age of social media. So let me know your thoughts below and how you feel about, their relationship or, anything you need to add. We keep it positive here because we are Megan fans. All right. Thanks for tuning in to Response and React. If you love this breakdown, imagine what you'll gain inside my exclusive coffee community, where I post private coaching prompts, thoughtful reflection questions, and interactive activities to help you become a more intentional, emotionally intelligent dater. It's like your own private coaching sessions, anytime you want them. Join the sisterhood on coffee. Check out my podcast, The Successful Invisible, on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. And as always, keep dating smart and soft. Until next time, this is your relationship coach, J. Nell, signing off.